Our beautiful, lovely viewers, welcome again to yet another edition of Hot Coffee Chat with Dorcas. And we are so excited that today we are having our real hot coffee. Yeah, Vicky?
Hey everybody, it's good to see you again today. So today with Tattoo Friends, we're actually at Yenu's Cafe and we're having coffee and we have visitors. But for the meantime, we're going to talk to Billy. Billy, hi. Can you please share something about coffee and why it's healthy or it helps us, through trauma, stress, and just how it's helpful to us?
Okay, so as we are waiting for Billy to come over, we'll have a piece with Ahmed. Thank you, Yenu's Cafe.
Can I see?
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for the piece of music. You
So
can take it up.
Can you kindly share with us why we should come to Yenu's for this coffee, or maybe a few varieties?
So my name is Billy Mlela. You all come here to the Hot Coffee Show. So I'm going to share about the Zambian coffee, and this is Marika. But coffee was being introduced by East Africa country, which is Ethiopia. And the goodness about this coffee, it has got less acidity and less citrus, and it has got also chocolate notes. So it's the pure Zambian coffee, which all you can enjoy. It's not that bitter, but it's
Oh,
nice.
yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Currently having some here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
As you can see, they're enjoying their coffee.
We are really having a hot coffee. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Billy.
much. Welcome.
All right. So we are grateful for Yenu's Cafe for offering us the hot coffee. We were longing for it.
Yes, we've been
The
longing
first
for a long
two-
time.
The first two stations we were having it like in the spirit, but we now really have the real hot coffee.
You have to say that.
Yes. So in our meetings today, we are just going to talk about how to keep joy amid COVID-19. I know we are going through different situations in life, but you always have to work towards keeping your joy. So what we'll share today blends very well with the hot coffee and also the piece of music, and yeah, just flow with the session we have for you today. Anything else, Vicky, about joy?
Well,
It's the month of
joy.
September.
Ooh, our
Colours,
joy must be
colours.
full because
Yes.
you know what? God wanted it. Jesus wanted it that our joy should be complete. So it's deliberate.
Yeah.
We should be deliberate about how we maintain our joy and how it just keeps us going. Because if we don't
of music. You
So
can take it up.
can you kindly share with us why we should come to Yenu's for this coffee? Or maybe a few varieties.
So my name is Billy Mlela. You're welcome viewers to the Hot Coffee Show. So I'm going to share about the Zambian coffee, and this is Marika, but coffee was being introduced by East Africa country, which is Ethiopia. And the goodness about this coffee, it has got less acidity and less citrus, and it has got also chocolate notes. So it's the pure Zambian coffee, which all you can enjoy. It's not that bitter, but it's nice.
Yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Currently having some here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
As you can see, they're enjoying their coffee.
We are really having a hot coffee. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Billy.
much. Welcome.
All right. So we are grateful for Yenu's Cafe for offering us the hot coffee. We were longing for it.
Yes, we've been longing for a long time.
The first two stations we were having it like in the spirit, but we now really have the real hot coffee.
You have to say that.
Yes. So in our meetings today, we are just going to talk about how to keep joy amid COVID-19. I know we are going through different situations in life, but you always have to work towards keeping your joy. So what we share today blends very well with the hot coffee and also the piece of music, and yeah, just flow with the session we have for you today. Anything else, Vicky, about joy?
Well,
It's the month of September.
Ooh,
Colors.
Because you
Yeah.
know what? God wanted it. Jesus wanted it that our joy should be complete. You know? So it's deliberate.
Yeah.
We should be deliberate about how we maintain our joy and how it just keeps us going. Because if we don't survive on joy, how are we going to make it through this season?
Yeah.
But we must remember that God, you know, will give us his joy. And we must be able to practice it wherever we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does coffee have an effect on you? Does it give you a certain feeling when you take your hot cup of coffee?
Oh,
What
I'm
does it do to
enjoying
you?
I'm enjoying it. I don't know if this is espresso,
Yes.
you know, what is
So
what
this
is
one,
it?
we are learning today. Today is learning day. This is cappuccino we're taking. So even at home, you can have such an arrangement. Just have fun in knowing new things. Not the same brand of coffee. We know the household coffee we always get in Z. So try this to new things also. They are very, very nice. As you are taking it, it's so therapeutic. Even when you're having your stress issues, sometimes just drop by, say I want to have this. It's just so amazing. So today we have a very special guest. Our everything, our mentor. She's a woman who has been a pillar to Touch of Friends. I'm going to say thank you for coming through to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So she will say her beautiful name and why she's here today.
Thank you, Dorcas.
Oh, yeah.
Although I prefer calling you Mola.
That name.
Yes,
Africa.
and you will see why.
I'll wait for that one.
Okay.
My name is Achileshe Mfula Chapoloko.
Yeah.
I am a mother, a grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
I think those are my
Architect.
top designations.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, I am co-founder of an organization called Tukule Community Initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. This is an initiative in which we go into the community and work with community players
Yeah.
so that we can come to a place where community members can grow and build the community together.
Yeah.
We are community development facilitators.
Okay.
That's what we want to call ourselves. And you know, community development facilitators is not just a title, but it's a role.
Oh, yeah.
It's a role. Some of these titles that we want to wear and don't do what they say become defunct. But as for us, we want to be community development facilitators. And just from that, you can see that we are not saying we are community developers, but we are trying to facilitate a process. And in this process, we're trying to get the key people in the community, on the ground,
Yeah.
to participate in their community development. So what we do is we go in and give them skills, and also not only give them skills, but also bring them to a place of self-awareness,
Oh, yeah.
to value themselves and to know that they have a part to play. Because more often than not, we become overwhelmed with what's happening in our community and say, what can I do? So what we do as Tukule, we stand there and give them a platform to assess
Yeah.
what's going on in the community against what they have as a person.
Okay.
Because it starts from the individual,
Yeah.
and then it moves into the family, and then it moves into the community.
Community, yeah.
So when you touch one person by one person at a time,
Yeah.
you're actually touching the community.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we believe.
Oh, yeah.
So as our name can tell you, Tukule, it's actually two Bemba words. One which means let's build, one
yeah?
which means let's grow.
Oh, yeah.
And we've incorporated both meanings in our organization. We want to help the community to grow together.
Oh, yeah.
We want the community itself to build the community together.
Wow, that's very
So how do you make Tukule as a partner with Touch of Friends help people cope through this COVID-19 situation? How does Tukule come in handy in this pandemic?
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you know, as people working in the community, we are going in the community where COVID has also come.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no way we can ignore that.
Yeah.
Everything that we are doing now has to have that awareness of COVID. Because even just here as we are sitting,
Yeah.
even as we came in, I didn't give you that hug I would have loved to give you.
Are we
I
social
have to
distance?
Social
you know?
distancing.
So even as we go into the community, it's both from our side
Yeah.
and the side of the people that we are meeting. We need to ensure that people come to a place where they understand what is going on. However, that should not stop us in our track,
Yeah.
No, it should not.
to stop us from doing what we need to do. If anything, it must make us aware of ourselves,
Oh, yeah.
aware of our strengths, aware of how we can come in. And as Tukule and the Touch of Friends, that is one of our niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have a partnership with Touch of Friends, which,
Wow, that's really,
yeah,
really good.
which has deep roots,
Deep roots.
very deep roots.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we really, you know, anything with deep roots, we can foresee it growing into something that is going to be very big.
Oh, yeah.
So what it is that we are doing is we are looking at opportunities. We're looking at what kind of platforms can we give the people in the community for their wellness. For their wellness.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, when we talk about community development, the one thing that people will think is throw money at the people. Throw money at the people.
Yeah.
But if their people's mindset is
Yeah.
not in the right place,
Yeah,
no matter how much money you throw at them, you end up where you started from. If not
Very
even
true.
worse
I think
from where
It's
you
all about the mindset.
this is
It's about the
really,
mindset.
Yeah.
It's about the mindset. And that is one thing that we saw that with what Touch of Friends is doing and what Tukule
Tukule
is
is
doing,
doing.
if we combine those,
Yeah.
we can push ahead. Because for now, I'll tell you one thing. We have to realize that the one thing that will help us develop is partnership.
Yeah.
Partnership, partnership, partnership. As Tukule, there's nothing we can say and say, no, we'll go into the community and we'll do A, B, C, and D. No, we have to be realistic.
So in this
We'll go
season,
into
we
the-
need each other.
Yes,
You can't just exist on your own. COVID wants you to do social distancing, yes,
However,
but you have to coexist again.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it is.
and we need to be aware of our competences, where our competences begin and where it ends.
Yeah.
So if I know that we can as an organization go this far, and then from here, let's bring in Touch of Friends who can take this thing further. Tukulepa more, tukulepa more.
Mkwai.
And right now you may look and say, who are these people? What are they? The seed. That is where the forest starts
Yeah.
from, the seed.
The seed, yeah.
Yeah.
Power of the seed.
The seed.
Yeah.
So that is what we have in our hands, the seed. And this seed, you know, it just doesn't need the soil. It needs water, it needs the sunshine, it needs all sorts of things for it to germinate. Let's be mindful and realistic and know that no one organization, no one person can do it alone. The minute you think like that, you are already removing yourself from the whole sphere. But the minute you realize that there are other people with the same passion as I have, who may have the same vision and the same drive, can we work together?
So yeah, remember about Rehoboth, where we're talking about digging the wells in the communities where we are coming from. Would you want to talk about it a little bit? How we can inspire communities through that?
When you go into the community,
Yeah.
there is something that you see that this community needs to be built.
Oh yeah.
The one thing that I'll tell you about Tukule, and I'll tell you the same about we go in with an appreciation of the already existing knowledge, skills, competences that the community has. We do not disregard that. There's a way they're doing things. It may not be the best way. It may not be achieving the results that they want.
Oh yeah.
But this indigenous knowledge, these indigenous skills is the basis from where we begin. So like what she's saying, when we go in there, you know, you can't say I'm digging a well and you dig it in another place and you say that's your well. No, you go into the community and dig a well where they didn't even know there was water. But there was on top of that, they were on top of that water. All you
And
do
they didn't know, but you help them realize that they've got something. So it's not physically digging a well. You can think of a community to inspire, to touch. Like this is COVID situation. How do I touch my community? If I come from Bowlen, I need to do something about Bowlen. If there's a water shortage, if there's food, think of wells. So it's not the physical wells where you have to dig, but we are telling you to think of small things here, there, little there, help somebody to cope with the pandemic.
You know, something keeps coming on my mind. I'm not going to hold back. So I'm thinking of Jesus and him teaching his disciples how to catch fish. He never caught the fish and gave it to them. Instead, he taught them how to catch fish. So it's more or less the mentorship process or the facilitation. You're getting into the community, empowering people through their mindsets, and then eventually they work.
They'll do it themselves.
And they'll feel a sense of belonging. They'll feel like they own it because you will have worked on their minds. They will have appreciated it. So how do you also connect self-care to the COVID-19 situation? Because I think when people are going through stressful issues, confusion, lack, it depends what your situation is. Others with job losses, how can they care for themselves? Because I feel self-care can help you to maintain your joy. Even with a worse situation, you can still be joyful. So how does self-care come in?
Exactly. You know, as community facilitators, one of the topics that we teach the people going into the community to help other people is self-care. Caring for the carer. And self-care, from just the word, you can see that this is a care that you yourself initiate. And that you yourself carry through
by you.
Yourself to care for yourself.
Yes.
You know, community work is, I can say, it's like a battlefield, and you, the community worker, is the soldier. But have you ever heard of a wounded soldier going into the battlefield? No, the soldier must
him on the
exactly. So even us as community facilitators, the first thing that we need to is to care for ourselves. You know, there's one thing that I always used to get amazed when I get onto a flight, and then the hostess is saying, in case
don't forget the coffee you had on the flight.
Amen.
What about it? Maybe you can say a bit more.
No, not today.
Not today.
That's fine.
You know, the hostess will tell you that when there's a change in the cabin pressure, the mask will fall through the...
Yeah.
And the hostess will always tell you, before you put the mask, even on your child, put it on yourself. So for me,
Self-care.
sitting there as a mother and a grandmother, so
Yeah, Bombay.
I'll put it on my grandson
Live
first.
my life.
But then, when you think about self-care, you realize why that is so. How do you help somebody if you yourself are thinking?
You have to remove the peck in your eye before.
You have to care for yourself. So that even the care you give to another person becomes even more and complete. Now, when we talk about self-care in the COVID situation, it comes to a place where, why am I putting on a mask? Why am I putting on this lovely Touch of Friends mask?
Okay.
I want to care for myself first. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
I want to ensure that if I'm sitting in a public place and the droplets are flying around, there's that chance of it not reaching me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm caring for myself first. However, the same mask is caring for you as well.
Yeah.
In the event that I have the COVID, and I'm talking, the droplets remain in there, and I don't transfer it to you. So self-care just doesn't end with caring for yourself. It extends
around you.
Just like now, you know, the more we reduce the infection of COVID, do you know, when we're caring for ourselves, and we reduce, because we're doing everything the Ministry of Health has told us to do, everything WHO has told us to do, we reduce the spread of COVID. Do you know that we're caring for our health facilities?
Oh, yeah. We are.
Because less people are going to have to go and see.
And we want strain the results.
You already know.
Thinking of the health care process.
Yes, and the
Frontline people, yeah. Yes.
we already know the state of our health facilities. Do we want to further, break it down? No. So if I care for myself, the beauty about self-care, it just doesn't end with you. You're caring for yourself. However, it also sets in for others.
You can't give what you don't have.
You can't give what you don't have.
Yeah, so,
And, okay, let me just bring in the joy aspect.
all right, yeah.
Joy is something that comes from within. If I understand that putting on a mask will protect Mola,
Yeah.
do you know that from within myself, I'll have joy that I have protected?
Yeah,
Sometimes
the trauma that people go through when they're told you're positive with COVID, and it's traumatizing. So you're better off preventing the spread and everything. And also, don't forget the little routines. Take your normal bath, morning and evening. That is self-care.
That is okay.
Communicating with your loved ones in the family is self-care because you're not detaching with them. Don't be too busy with the busy schedules. Have the normal.
Can I just speak?
Okay, in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute. You care for your physical body.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. And then care also for your mind.
Your
Do
mind.
some personal development in this COVID era.
Yeah.
Learn a new skill.
Yeah.
And then secondly, do not neglect your spirit man. The more time we have with the word of God, the more joy we have at Victoria's faith. Amen. Even with all these losing people, we are losing jobs, that should not rob us.
It shouldn't rob us of our joy, and we're in the month of September. We should feel like spreading our colors. Yeah. So we are thankful, Ma'am, for this wonderful conversation, and we'd love to have more of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we really appreciate time with you, and we've had nice coffee together.
Very nice
So
coffee.
we look forward to more coffees with you. Yeah. So, with our joy in the month of September, amid COVID, how do people cope?
Sure. Let's talk about joy.
I think there's a lot of justice to the joy.
Sure. Actually, the aspect of joy, I'll talk about, if time is going to allow, I'll talk about two things. But if not, I'll talk about one.
Oh, yeah.
I'll talk about talent. We were talking about the saxophone right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'll talk about talent in relation to joy.
Oh yeah.
To begin with, let's talk about talent. We were saying this thing brings a lot of joy. You know, music is one language
Oh yeah.
which is universal. It's a language which you can understand even without words. If somebody plays a flute from Japan,
Yes.
if the mood,
Oh, that
you don't have to
does
speak
me
Japanese.
good. Like when you're watching a Japanese movie.
You don't have to speak Japanese, but
Kayake.
coming from a Japanese speaking person,
Oh, that kasong
it's going to give you a
kapindondo.
lot of
Takakwetama
Yes,
wera
yes.
te kapindondo pye.
beautiful tune.
It's a beautiful piece that one.
No, we'll tell you after the program.
Yeah.
You know, so the melody coming from the music from any different color is going to
Okay,
give you
so
so
you
much
have to
joy.
wind up a little bit. 1 minute.
I'm winding up, sure. Alright, so work on your talents. As we are in the lockdown, pick up your instrument.
Oh, yeah.
If you are it,
And touch your life.
you know, practice, exercise are going to give you joy because you're working on your self-confidence.
Oh yeah.
When talents are growing, the first time I picked up a saxophone, I used to get frustrated because I wouldn't produce the sound I wanted to produce.
Oh yeah.
But as I keep moving on my instrument, I also improve on joy,
Oh yeah.
you know. And the Bible says the joy of the Lord is my
Is our
strength.
strength.
So even in the time
Oh,
of
yeah.
COVID, let's lean on our God.
Oh yeah.
When you lean on God, your joy is complete.
So we are thankful. It's just that the time is limited and we're so happy to be here at this cafe. There's really, really good coffee. You gotta step out and just have a coffee. Are you gonna say something to close up the station? Oh yeah. It's fine, it's fine. We're getting there.
Forgive us.
Oh yeah.
So I'm basically going to say, whatever happens, let your joy complete.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus died so that you would have,
Oh, yeah.
and so that your joy would be full in Him. Amidst the COVID, God is with us,
Oh, yeah.
regardless of anything else, the traumas and all the problems that we're facing. We can trust and believe that Touch of Friends is here for us
Oh, yeah.
because Jesus is working through
And
us.
we're gonna touch
So-
more lives. So we are
Yeah.
thank you to you, our viewers. It's just that we didn't engage you. We are looking forward to more ample time that we're gonna have with you, we chat with you, and it's been awesome on this session. And happy month of September. We can keep yourselves joyful and keep safe. And yeah, thank you so much for today's. Bye. Okay.
Africa College of Education is now enrolling students for the new overseas degree process. Secondary Teachers Diploma, Primary Teachers Diploma and Degree, Early Childhood Teacher Diploma and Degree, Early Childhood Certificate, Social Work Diploma, Public Relations, Journalism and Clinical Medicine. For more details, call 0955-0966 or 0977-787-114 or find us on Facebook, Fairview College of Education. Fairview College of Education. We aim at excellence.
PRISM Day is enrolling for June-July 2020 intake in the following programs: Bachelor of Science in Public Health, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Diploma in Clinical Medicine, Abridged Nursing, Bachelor of Science with Education with the following combinations: Mathematics and Physics, Biology and Chemistry, ICT and Mathematics, Bachelor of Arts with Education with the following combinations: Civic Education and Religious Studies.